Hey everyone, JKO, welcome back to another video, and today we're back in Hollow Knight, and this time I decided why not try to just put some more goals out there. My first goal will be to get the Crystal Heart ability from the Crystal Peak, and I'll try and do this fast because something else is going to take a lot of attempts for me to actually do, so I'm going to need time. But I'll just try and get through this as fast as I can, and you can think this as some kind of tutorial or something on how to get it, but don't. I think, if I remember correctly, I have to head up here, but then I have to take this way because it's actually impossible to get up there if you don't do some bounce tactics. You have to bounce off of the thrown pickaxes, which is sort of hard to do. I think this is the only series that I've made so far where every single episode has a certain amount of goals in it. Like usually, most of my videos are just like, oh yeah, the goal for this would be just to survive for a bit, and we'll go from there. But because of the fact that that Hollow Knight is a bit more linear, well, if you've played it before, I can confirm what my goals are going to be very quickly. So, hold on. Huh. I can't do this yet. I'll try that once I have what I need. Wrong way. I need to go this way. Now, in case you don't know, there's actually something pretty cool with the Defender's Crest you can do. The Defender's Crest allows you to kill these guys. I think it's like the only thing in the game that lets you do that, but that's pretty interesting, so. Now if you saw the last video, you remember how I completely cheesed the boss fight by using the Defender's Crest? So a bench recently opened up here. I can just use that to regenerate all my health and keep going. That requires the double jump, which we'll get to later. Hold on, I went the wrong way. I was supposed to go another way, but I'll figure it out. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to go... No? You know what, I have some soul, I'm gonna attempt this. I think the trick is, right as it lands, click dash. Yeah, I can't do this. I think the one up there you can basically just walk through without any trouble, but I can't do that, so. Now, I don't know how to take the long way, but I know you have to take a certain path to get up there. shoot. Good thing it's kind of close. And I just went the wrong direction, didn't I? And I can't tell because I didn't buy the right charm. Guess I'll have to go off sound cues alone then. There we go. So I think I know what to do. Short hop and then dash, maybe? Yeah, I don't know what to do here. There we go, and now head down here. Oh, he blended in so well with the background I couldn't see him. Hold on a second. I need to see something. Now, my goals for this episode are to get the Super Dash ability, which is this crystal heart I've been talking about a bunch. And then another goal is to get the coiled nail. So I can't hold forward. I wonder. I'll need a bit of health before I try and do that. Or just more health than I have right now. Shoot. But hey, at least I can try and attempt that now. Oh! I think that might be it. There we go. Now head down here. Now, Oh, I didn't finish talking about my goals for the episode. But the first one's to get the crystal heart, and then another goal is to get the double jump and the coiled nail, like I previously said. So, we're gonna have a bit to do in this episode. So I think that may be possible. But I'm not going to attempt that anymore. Because obviously. Too bad Defender's Quest killing doesn't get you soul. So, and there's not many enemies close by. So the only real way, the most reliable way out of getting soul. Ah, shoot. Well, that was lame. Why did it spawn over here? Oh, right, because certain things have certain spawn points. Like, for example, at a boss battle, no matter what, if you die, your shade will most of the time spawn either outside of the boss battle's, well, door closing range, or whatever you like to call it. And if it doesn't, you can usually trigger it a slight bit before. So that's cool. I think you may have to go this way? Quite a view, no? I'm surprised you survived the trek of these shimmering caverns. There's an air of strength around you. I suspect it would be quite intimidating if not for your small stature. Thanks, Quarrel, for just doing whatever. Oh, I'll try it now. There's a speedrunning technique that people use here, and that's putting them back to where they throw the pickaxes and then you bounce off of them, but guess I can't do that this time. Oh, yeah, this is the right way. Now I just have to drop down and hit that. That opens up a shortcut in case you die, which hopefully we're not going to. Though this may look intimidating, this room's actually kind of easy. The only real hard part is that if you die before reaching any more solid ground, this is the only solid ground you get for a while, so that's going to be consistently where you respawn if you're being an idiot and just going off of, like, for speedrunners, if they die, that's even worse because usually they would wall jump up if they're getting the crystal heart, because there's a lot of techniques to just avoid the crystal heart entirely. But for speedrunners, usually they like bouncing to keep momentum, because usually whenever you land, you lose almost all of your current momentum. So if they keep bouncing, it never registers that they even step foot on any new land, so they're going to consistently be respawning back there. How did I get hit by that? This is kind of hard though. So Boom. Hop up here. Wait for him to come around. And I actually have another plan for what I'm going to do. After I complete all of my main goals, I also have one more goal, but it does involve heading all the way into the sewers. But actually, a lot of people say that they hate the sewers in this game, which I can definitely understand. I mean, it has some of the worst enemies in the game. Everyone agrees that the ones that after you kill they split in two are really annoying. Boom. Up here. Now, actually, dying could be a good thing in this scenario. And the reason for that is because you barely have any time on the platforms, you're going to have to quickly jump off of them. So if you jump off, but then it ends up that there's a place that you have to stall at with the lasers. With the lasers there, oh my god, how did I... Like, say one of those lasers is there, and you're trying to wait for the cycle to end. But your platform that you were standing on, that you usually use to stall out, just flipped over. So your shade starts flying up, you bounce off of your shade a few times, and then after that, the lasers end and you can just dash right through there. Now, surprisingly, you don't actually need the dash to get to beat this thing, to get the crystal dash if you use some very specific techniques. But those are really hard to execute, so... But then again, I did forget to mention the fact that once that flips over, a simple down hit can flip those platforms back over to the right side so you can step on them again. It's so hard to get these timings sometimes. I don't get why they made it the place that you have to go to benches, because literally all that does is just extend the amount of time it takes for you to get back. Because you have to go through the whole sitting down, then looking up, and then jumping off the bench. That takes like a full 2 seconds to get done. And I am also being a big dumb stupid idiot head because I could just go this way and then drop down basically the entire way to get over to the Crystal Peak bit. But first, take that out, fall down here, jump back up this way. I'll heal while I'm waiting for him to turn around again. Oh my god, why did they put a platform right there? Oh. Oh wait, I just realized I don't need that. If I just kill these guys, I'll be at all the soul I need. Now I won't. Those guys are insanely annoying. They sprout permanent and crystals, well not permanent, but they sprout crystals that last forever until they finally break unless you hit them with your nail. And then they're going to always do 1 mask damage and interrupt anything you were doing previously. If you get hit by it a single time. So, well, at least invincibility things exist. My main problem with this is just when they put 2 lasers side by side and you have to dodge both of them. I down slashed! I down hit! Because that forces you to wait for them both to be at that state, where they're not going to just turn on right when you're at them. And the worst part is, the only way to get off the bench is by jumping. You can't dash out the bench, you can't go forward off the bench. Like, I get it, why you can't dash out the bench. I mean, when do you get off a bench and immediately start running? But then again, when do you just hop off a bench like that? And, just add insult to injury, let's make them have infinite range while shooting unless you're off screen completely. What do you frickin' do? Good job making a great enemy to be an awesome annoyance. There we go. And this up. Grab back my shade. And it really depends on when they get on screen. Because if they both get on screen at the same time, the laser timing is going to be relatively in sync. But if they get on screen even a second after each other, you're going to have a really hard time. What? I was hitting back during that entire thing! They make it so you have to dash there no matter what. I hit back! And another bad thing is since they make it that no matter what, your spell and your healing is going to be set to the exact same thing. If you're falling and you try and heal on accident, then no matter what, you're going to just waste a shit ton of soul shooting out a projectile that would be useless in the scenario, in that situation, and then you just immediately get jumped because you had one mass shard and couldn't heal a single bit because they're set to the exact same key. And if you just slip your finger and it taps it, oh, Vengeful Spirit Unleashed, you can't heal at all with that. There's nothing that lets you confirm what you want to do on that. Well, I admit that would be annoying. It's just, it really gets on my nerves. Like, it could make it so when you're at full health and hold it, that's when it's in use. Well, no. I can't really think of a way to do it better, except just set it to a different goddamn keybind. Like, on basically everything, they actually have spell alone set to a quick cast keybind, but they still make it so hitting the heal button uses your spell. So that does not solve the problem at all. Finally, I have it finished. But now, just grab this, fall down here, you go over here, inspect, that breaks, then you get the crystal heart, which does this. It said it was set to Q in the keybinds. There we go. But anyway, that's how you get the Crystal Heart ability. Overall, great ability, really hard to get it, so... But it is definitely worth it because you do need it to complete the game. Now that that's finally over, let's head back to the Forgotten Crossroads. Oh, I made a mistake again. Did I? Yeah, I did. But we're heading back to the Forgotten Crossroads and doing all of this for a reason. Go through here. Oh wait, I forgot about this place. So use that. Okay. There we go. They all activate in sync one before the other, and same with deactivating. So that's how that works. I've never actually been here before. Deep focus? What does that do? Let me check. Deep focus, 4-notch charm, not doing that. That takes up every single last one of my notches. So, now that we finally have that done, it takes a bit, but you do have to head, well, in my case, I have to head all the way back to the Forgotten Crossroads. And now it's really cool that Defender's Quest can hurt him when he's looking away. But once you do it once, it's kind of like, yeah, it does it. I mainly just equipped a Defender's Quest because it's hilarious watching how easily the dude dies to it after a bit. But now that we're back here, and here's what our map looks like of the Crystal Peak now. Oh. Yeah, a bunch of it has gotten extended. And now we're heading over to the King's Station, which I'm pretty sure I unlocked last episode. Or I did it off camera, but we have it now, so... Oh. Yeah. Now just head over here. And this takes a bit, but you can still do it. This has to be one of the most annoying bits of the entire game, because there's just two bugs unfairly placed at the side of the platforms that you'll most likely be dropping down into, a crap ton of spikes that makes it near impossible to go up, and once you're here, you have to deal with even more bull. There's 5 other guards here, and you cannot touch the ground a single time. And the worst part is, they're all going to track you throughout the entire thing until you somehow lose sight of them. Which even that doesn't work 100% of the time. Just to make sure, yep, this is the right place. I was down hitting, I should have bounced up. Now, this is one of those guys that if you have long nail, you can actually cheese by hitting him through the bottom. But now, we're going to start off with the stuff here. Oh, wrong place. We have to head over here, and once this loads, now these guys have 2 main attacks. They spit acid, and they have a normal punching attack. Now for me, I didn't really utilize spells when I first did this, so I was really going up close and didn't know they had the acid attack, so that's interesting. Now when you fall down here, you're going to start a battle with these guys, and you can't skip this. Once you fall down, unless you have double jump, which you most likely won't have by now, then you're just going to, then you can't double jump out of here, but you need to defeat those guys to get in. And now we have our first pale ore. There are 6 pale ore hidden throughout the entire game, and these are used to upgrade your blade or your nail. The nails that are in the game are the old nail, the sharpened nail, the pure nail, and the coiled nail. Well, coiled then pure if you want to go in order, but that's besides the point. Now, a bunch of stuff is found down here. This is the beginning of an entirely new area, the Ancient Basin. The first thing we're going to do here is just buy a map of the Ancient Basin from Cornifer. It doesn't cost a lot of geo. Now, a quick tip, you should not get a lot of those guys and heal up right now, because right when you go through here, you find a bench. Usually you have to pay for it, but I went ahead a bit to buy it beforehand. So. Now, here we're coming up on a lot of stuff, so I charged the windmill slash, or whatever it's called. This guy is just a sitting version of what we faced before. Easy to defeat. Oh. But as you saw, if you're not careful, there will be something that will hit you. Now, what I did for this area was just dash right through it, because that works. But there is a downside to that, and that's that you'll most likely fall to the spikes. Now, as you saw, I was being a big dumb stupid idiot head, and I just lost a bunch of health doing that one boss, and that was just because I was standing way too close. Social distancing. Now here, we find a simple key on the dead, decaying corpse of something. Don't know what it is, but it's there. This guy, you can just damage boost through him, but you should probably take him out for convenience. And in case you're running a bit low on soul like I am, there's 2 of these shadow crawlers on the walls right up here. Now, they're actually some of my least favorite enemies in all of Hollow Knight. And the reasoning for that is just because they're just crawling on the walls, and when you come close to them, they're going to make some real problems because they're going to immediately damage you. As you saw there were two other guys. Those were called infected balloons. Head up here. Well, head over here at first and hop up. But do not go in this room. First, hit this wall, open up a shortcut so you don't have to go through that whole thing. And now we're facing another boss. Now at first this just looks like some kind of decaying corpse, and you're like, oh okay, I'll just move on. But then the doors close, and you're wondering, well, why is that happening? Then you see a bunch of these dudes. I think the main purpose they're all coming out is just so you can get to full soul. The broken vessel. And he's actually not that difficult if you know his moves. He has a few. He has that dash move. His jump can be a problem. And he has a continuous upward slash with his nail, plus that ground pound in a move that he gets a slight bit later on. That being the head shake. It's best to just dodge all of these dudes since there's no way of hitting him enough times to cancel it or something like that. Now that he's down, you can get a bit of healing off. The main problem in this boss, in my opinion, is just the consistent enemies that he's spawning in while the boss fight's going on. So you can't consistently focus on attacking him or focus on healing because of the enemies. And the worst part is they seem to spawn more frequently when the guy's down. So if you decide to take that time to heal, you can't really heal that much before one of those guys is going to bombard, just hit you and cancel it out. Right now I'm doing good, mainly because I actually got a mask upgrade before this battle. And, I remember this fight being a lot harder. F. But now that we've beaten the broken vessel, we can head down here. Hop up here. And boom. Jump into that. And now we have the double jump, or the monarch wings. So, now that that's over, I forgot what the rest of my goals were. Oh yeah, I have a few more goals. I have to start off by for what I'm doing, you start off by just running away. The good thing about the double jump is the double jump regains, well, you can double jump again after wall jumping or bouncing, I think. But don't know about the bouncing, but I know you can regain it after each wall jump. Head over here. And this takes a second. I'm gonna try and do something. I've done this before. Now that you have the double jump, you can head up here, and usually I just dash through the whole thing, but if I remember correctly, this isn't where it happens. But through here, you find the hidden station, pay 300 Geo, and this is actually kind of cool, because there's surprisingly, well, it's only surprising because somehow it's the only place in Hollow Knight not to have it, but it has 2 separate places that you can travel. The station hidden at the bottom of the world. Until I heard the bell ringing, I didn't even know they traveled this deep. You've discovered something quite astounding. No matter how old I grow, this place keeps getting stowed away. So that happened. And at this point, just keep going. Oh, right. Duh. I need to do something here. Now travel over to the main city of Tears, Stag Station. And completely drop down to the bottom. From here, you can just dash over. And the reason I waited till I've gotten Pale Ore to actually get the new nail upgrade is because you need Pale Ore after the first upgrade for every other one. So, yeah. Hold on, I need to check my inventory real quick. Might as well do it when I'm going down though. Okay, so yeah, this is what I currently have. Since I've gotten a key, oh yeah, now I remember my other thing I was going to do. But I really forgot how to get there, so from here, just head back up. Talk to the nailsmith. You've returned. You've gotten Pale Ore. Give Pale Ore and Geo to strengthen nail. As you wish. And now the cutscene plays. So is that a channel to a nail? It's not the channeling nail. Guess I missed that in the progression line, but if I remember correctly, I think it's nothing required to upgrade your old nail to a sharpened nail except for some Geo, and then 1 required to upgrade it to a channeling nail, 2 to make it a coiled nail, and 3 to make it a pure nail. Now, I honestly don't really know why he needs the Pale Ore, because every single time he makes a new one, it kind of just looks the same. So, If I remember, I think you may just have to keep moving to the sides. Here, you need the Decimate Dive ability to unlock that. So, that's a no. These guys are really gross. All they give you is a rancid egg. But luckily they also give you a bunch of soul just in case. Oh. God damn it. Guess I have to go from the top then. Hold on. I'm gonna try something. Yes! Oh, shit. That guy wasn't there. I may have actually been able to pull that off. Oh. Grubby boy. And now to continue. Just keep going, ignore them completely. If you don't fall, then soon enough you'll come up to Cornifer, and you can buy a map off them for the Royal Waterways. And then oh yeah, if I remember correctly, you have to take out all of these guys. And then, yeah, if you take out all of these guys, then the thing up there, the black door opens up. Huh. Thought that's what it did. Oh. No? Was it? Oh, it opened that. Talk to Cornifer again. Yes, buy a map. And you fall down there. But this place doesn't have a lot more to it. There is an entrance into the Fungal Waste from here, but it's not worth it at all. Like, you're not going to be spending much time in the Fungal Waste either way, so... There we go. Gotta bait that. Everyone agrees that those guys are the worst. Or at least everyone in the community of Hollow Knight agrees that. I mean, they sound like a 5-year-old just putting their finger in and out their mouth over and over again. Because why not? And now... hop up. No? Oh, I just had it. So, If you've watched my channel for longer than 2 minutes, you know I suck at every single video game no matter what. This is a great example of that. And I'm back where I started. I'm gonna have to look at a map. Okay, City of Tears, Agent Base, and Fungal Waste. Okay, so if I came from the Fungal Waste area, and then I moved, I would be right there. So I'd have to go over, down. Another way would be, so up there, move to the side. Okay. Now you couldn't see my finger, so that wasn't much help for you guys. But I've kind of planned out what I'm going to do. But I have to head over to the middle. The only reason is just because that'll give me a good idea of where I am and where to go from there. Since I have the map in Quill, it'll not show everything I haven't been to. So if I am right there, yeah, this is the right location. So I'd have to go over to the side, over, down. So just keep going down. Maybe I should go to the side instead. To the other side instead. Yeah, I think this is the right way. If I find it, you'll see what I'm trying to get to, but that's just saying something like, oh, if I show you it, you'll know what it is. Like, obviously, so. That you need the Desolate Died for. Now with the channeled nail, you can 2-hit those guys, or 3-hit. How am I already getting confused? I just killed them. I think this is it. Yep, it's it. So if I fall down... Oh! This is not it, but it's still something interesting. So, right here. Oh, that's all it was? Okay. Now the rancid eggs can actually be used, but it's gonna take a while before I get what's needed to use them. Oh, right here. Now over here, you need to beat the Dung Defender to actually unlock this bit. Because after hitting that switch that's at the other side of him, the acid that's usually here lowers down. So by now you would actually already have dash and wall jump. And so oh, my mouse accidentally entered that bit. Whoops. Oh. This is just a simple firefight. Even though the nail on the ground would have made an amazing, like, entrance thing, the boss just slowly drops down. He picks up the nail that's on the ground and then just swings it a few times, yells, and then the battle starts. Now over here is Asami's Grove. You get this, and this is Asami's Tear. It lets you swim through acid without taking any damage. Like, this is a great example just right here. You swim through that, head up here. And the Asami's Tear is usually only really useful once you're going to beat the game, but it's pretty useful without that gold too. Alright, I have to do a certain mission thing to find out how much I've completed the game. And so yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. We found Asami's Tear, we found the double jump, we found the crystal dash, we beat the infected vessel, or the broken vessel, and we and we've unlocked a new stag station. A pretty productive day. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.